Hi guys, it's Melly Starz, the host of Melly's Couch, and you know, it's another week. We got another special guest. He's an artist. He's got multiple names. So give it up for So Nyce, aka the Smooth Operator. So nice to have you in studio. I know you've been waiting some time.
I appreciate you for having me. No, for sure. You know, you busy. That's how it be.
I'm trying.
It's good to be busy.
It is good to be busy, but it's also overwhelming.
Well, for sure.
Overwhelming, but you've seen some of my interviews, so you know I kind of like to start from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you said somewhere that like you had a cousin or someone who like made music, but like wasn't really like super serious. And then, like, but you don't typically, you don't have a musical family. Like you're the
not really
the first one.
Yeah, and that was when he got mid-20s when he even just jumped and just started doing it. Like this was around I want to say 2012, 2013. He jumped out there, but even before that, he was always writing though, but just never really went to a studio for sure. But once he started getting access to the studio more and more, then his reputation and stuff started helping him get some shows. He was getting out of town shows, and he was doing all type. But once he actually seen the business and how people, how the industry is for sure, he said he didn't really like that too much.
Once you like get in there, sometimes it's like some people are like, I want to be here, and other people are like, this ain't for me. So I get
for
that.
sure. Like, and he was the only serious one and putting all the money up for his everything. And you got a team, you got a team, but at the end of the day, you can't be the one doing everything. It's tough to do that.
Yeah, it is. But you kind of started rapping since you were like 8. Not like seriously, but you know, you were dibbling and dabbling a little bit.
Even in just other people's music, like just from watching BET and MTV.
I grew up on BET and MTV.
So just
not to age myself.
That's just how it was. Like that was the only way you could see the artist for sure, because we didn't have money to go to shows.
Yeah.
And I didn't go to my first concert till I was in college. So, you know.
I think for me too, and I think we might have had the same first concert, if I remember, because I know Drake. Saw Drake in 2009, and I think I saw him same year. I was 2009. I was like 19 in college. It might have been my first concert. So I think
because it was the whole college tour that they was doing with Wayne in jail. I was at EIU. And that was my first time.
I mean, I saw it in Miami. I was living in Miami at that point, but
that's nice.
And I think that was around the time that he announced that he was moving to Miami or buying a house in Miami or something.
Okay.
So I know it's around the same time. So we have that Drake connection there. What was it about his show though that like kind of like triggered something in you to be like, hey, maybe I could do this?
Just
I know that was a milestone, but
it wasn't really like I could do this, but it was more so like I want to do this. I want to try to do this. I think I can emulate this. I think if I meet the right people and go about it the right way, I would like to do all this. Cause like in school, I was rapping and stuff. Like we would make freestyle videos every night and stuff. Like I'll be the best rapper, whatever, freestyle, whatever. But it was just YouTube videos. I didn't have a studio in the middle of nowhere, so couldn't really take advantage of it. But when I seen that, just how he had the crowd, like at that moment, I felt like it was about me. Because I stopped watching him and I started looking at everybody else. And I'm like, ain't nobody else looking around. I'm the only one looking around. Everybody's looking at him. He's on stage. He got stage command. He crowd control. Like, it was just amazing, like, to see that. And I was like, man, I really want to do that one day.
Do you now, when you're doing shows and stuff, do you get, like, maybe obviously not to the degree of where Drake was at that point, but do you kind of get that sense from the crowd where they're like, really into your music, or do you have the crowd control and stuff like that?
The more and more shows that I've done and the better I built my set list, At first, just trying to test things out. But once I started getting the songs like, hey, this song will get more crowd participation. This song will probably get their ear a little more. This song will probably make them want to dance a little bit more. So yeah, I think, and depending on the venue as well.
Yeah, the venue makes a big difference.
You know, the bigger the stage for sure. Like if they're there to see everybody and you put on a good show, you know, even if they're waiting to see the main artist, you know, you got to perform with whoever you perform in front of. And you got to put on the show as if it's packed out.
Yeah, as if you're the headliner, whether you are or not.
Every show. And I think about it like, this is going to be the first time somebody sees me perform, anybody in the crowd. So I want to make sure that they leave and be like, hey, that person, I know I went to see blah, 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 but that guy, he was like,
he was nice, let me go.
And that's what makes it feel good too when you get off the stage too, and like you just walk off like, I'll be tired, just try and go get some water or whatever. And somebody, hey dog, that was dope. Where your stuff at? Blah blah blah. Even though you might say it on stage, people can't hear you. They're in the mode, so it makes it even more when they want to follow up with you. And, hey, where can I find your stuff? Hey, that one song. They might not like your whole set list, but one song. Hey, that one song. What's that? I'm about to add it right now. And
then they stream it like 100 times, and then boom, your numbers go up.
There you go.
Sometimes all it takes is one song.
Yes, it does.
So your first recording was on Fireman by Lil Wayne in 2007. Do you remember like what you said or what it was about? Because
it was money, girls. the time how the time was like I was trying to still show my versatility with rapping, but I was so Lil Wayne influenced. It probably was all type of punchlines and all type of, you know, it was just a
very Young Money
2-minute track, no hook, just straight bars and just rapping. I can't remember anything I said. That's crazy.
I was trying to find it. I was trying to find something from it.
And my mom just moved. I've been looking for stuff. She had stuff from when I was little, but I couldn't find any music stuff. I just found all video games, PlayStation 2 games, Nintendo games. Yeah.
What games have you found?
Nintendo, I found NWO versus WCW.
Oh shit! Okay.
And that's my cousin's. He can't get it back.
You're not getting it back. So sorry.
So I found that. PlayStation, I found some Need for Speed, some Call of Duty. This is when Need for Speed was like first coming out too. So I'm like, oh shit.
Got some collector's items over there.
Yep, I found some Maddens. I found some old 2Ks. I'm aging. I'm like, damn, these was classics. The graphics probably look terrible now, but
back then, they were the shit.
The times,
okay.
I promise you.
That was top quality.
That was great on them big back TVs with the yellow and red cord.
With the cord.
That shit looked like HD until we got introduced to HD.
Yeah.
And now when you go back, now HD kind of looks bad until you look at 4K.
Yes.
And that shit just keep going and they just keep getting us, man.
Yeah, and soon we're at, I think we're at 8K.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So... But you know what? In the moment, let us live. That was our childhood. Yep. Don't hate.
I relived it in that moving stage. Sheesh.
My best friend just recently sent me a bunch of stuff out of storage because he's cleaning out my storage unit. And I also found a bunch of like old video games and CDs and stuff like that. And I'm like,
some CDs. Oh shit, might be something I can sample on these. But I don't got a CD player, so I'm searching the albums up on YouTube. So
that was pointless.
I'm like, fuck. Like, we don't have no CD players.
I have a bunch of vinyls. I don't have my vinyl player anymore. I gotta get a new vinyl player, a CD player, because I got a bunch of CDs. I'm like, damn, I kept these. Definitely get you a
vinyl player.
Oh, for sure.
Record player, for sure.
So you have, aside from Wayne and Drake, you have other influences from like old school hip hop and R&B and 2000s hip hop and R&B, including Wale. And like you have also like a Houston kind of influence. What is it about Houston specifically? Like what is it about that sound? Or is it the city? Or is it the people?
It's all. I did an interview with.
You did an interview in Houston.
So that was pretty cool. Like
virtually, but
it was just to hear that sound. Like it was different. Like I was used to hearing the East Coast sound and. You know, the Midwest sound, whatever sound we had at that time, like we was listening to Twister. And when I just heard the different, I'm like, oh shit, what they doing with their voice? And they were screwing it and chopping. Oh shit. I'm like, they got whole albums of the whole shit is chopped and screwed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is different, but it's still, this shit is better than the original. Some song, not all of them.
Sometimes it was.
Shit, I like this better. So I'm like, man, I want to tap into that. And then Drake was like one of the only artists I was hearing that wasn't from Houston that was incorporating it until ASAP came, and then ASAP started doing it. And I'm like, fuck, if they doing it, I want to start trying to.
Too,
I like that shit too. I don't want to be a copier, but I've been influenced by Steel Tippin' and Bun B and Pimp C and them as well. And like, as I got older, I got more access to get to do studio time and to get to be creative with my music and stuff. So I was like, shit, I'm about to start experimenting. Even if the beat don't sound like it needs chopped and screwed, I might throw some chopped and screwed because I hear it and I'm influenced by that. And I got multiple verses where I done shouted out Pimp C because he's a big influence on when I grew up. Like, even though he was in jail, I used to listen to the International Player Anthem all the time. Like,
it was definitely a repeatable.
Underground Kings, like that was real big on me growing up.
I think we're in like the same age range, not gonna lie. Because all of this is like, I also remember this growing up.
Early 2000, mid 2000,
Yeah. You started in a group first called the Animaniacs. Who was in the group?
It was my boy JT, Bad Habit. We got Brother Gift, and Trips, which Trippy from the Crib now. Now we started off, we was called Melodic Music.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, we started as that, and then that was around the TDE era when they first started coming up, Golf Wang and all of that started coming up. So we was like, man, you know, the name is cool, but after a while, getting introduced at shows, here goes Melodic Music. It was like, and then we coming up.
I could see how that's kind of,
you know, it was cool at certain shows. The older crowds, it was great. But once we started doing shit
with the younger crowd,
it was just like, they ain't really hitting too hard. Like, motherfuckers already judging us off our name. They don't want to hear shit else we got to say after that.
Yeah.
But like, even though we was spitting, like we was doing real hip hop. Everything was in-house produced. All three of them guys was producers. They still produce.
Oh, okay.
Bad Habit drums, Gift do all type of instruments. Boy Trippy's in LA right now. He work for Nick Cannon. They do a podcast, Daily Cannon. Yeah, so check that out.
Okay.
My boy Trippy from the Crib. It's like a TMZ style podcast.
Okay. I haven't seen it.
Called the Daily Cannon. They do daily events, current events, life events. But so we was just rapping, doing shows, and then eventually we was like, man, let's think of different names. And once again, we go into our childhood.
Yeah, that's where I went with that.
Animaniacs, and then how we spelt it. Like, we made sure when no other groups called this shit.
You actually did your research.
Yeah, we was like, is anybody else Animaniacs? That's cool. So we got to change the spelling, whatever. So we did that, and I think that was hitting a little bit more up until we stopped.
Until you guys split and did your own thing. And then you were also, when you guys split from the group, you were when you were in the group, you were D1. And then you became D So Nyce, which was because you were used to do sports and stuff like that. And then now is when we get into the music of D So Nyce. All right, so now we're gonna get into the music. The first songs that you dropped were in 2019. I found Two-Faced, which was the first one that you put on Spotify. And then I found Number 2, which was the first song that you did under your new name.
Yes.
And then this one has a music video, has like the girl at a house. How was for it being one of your first songs, why did you decide, hey, I'm gonna go all in and do music video and the whole nine?
Well, I was just like getting a lot of good reception from that song when I performed it. Whenever I did like music reviews online, and just everybody was liking it. It took, as you see, it took a while for me to shoot the video, but I always said I didn't want to rush it because I'm like, everybody loves the song, so whenever the video come out, they're just gonna give me more traction back to it, and it went perfectly. I'm glad I waited.
Yeah, and you also did like like a light bar, is it light bars video? It was like a blue vibe going on. And then you put this on your first project, on Waiting to Inhale. So this is very pretty much the significant song for you.
Yes.
So what was it about this song, aside from it being your first song, that you were like?
It was just like how the song came about. Like I was just at work one night, I already came up with the name. Mm-hmm. So then I'm like, I just need a song. I got songs that I've been writing while I've been taking my hiatus, but I really don't have a signature song.
Yeah.
For what the sound I'm going for, and that was just perfect. Once I found the beat, found it on YouTube, when seeing how much he wanted on his Beat Stars, when grabbed that. But sheesh, once I made the hook, I knew it because my coworker, she was, oh, that's nice. I'm over there feeling this. So I'm like, let me say it to her. And shout out Jewel. So Jewel.
Thanks for the input.
Yeah, so she was messing with it. And so I'm like, all right, bet. So the next time I went to the studio, I was like, all right, I gotta do this one. And it came out perfect.
Yeah, no, definitely, it's a good one. Yeah. Then I have found a couple of songs that are on SoundCloud that aren't on your Spotify. Mm-hmm. Leave It Freestyle, November 18th Freestyle, and Orlanta. Which I got a sense that it's like a mixture between Orlando and Atlanta. That's how we came with Orlanta.
Yeah.
So why are these only on SoundCloud? Are they just like because it's freestyles?
The first two, those just because they're freestyles. And I like to do like, if you really listen, tap into me, I'll throw a couple unreleased, some stuff I'm just sitting on, see if it'll get a little traction on, because people forget about SoundCloud too. Like,
yes, a lot of people forget about SoundCloud.
It's SoundCloud is still busting. Some of my artist homies get a lot of traction over in SoundCloud. So keep using SoundCloud. So I'll throw some stuff, see how the reception will be before I even put it on all streaming platforms. So the first two, just because they're freestyles, and the Orlando is gonna be on my album called Sapphire Tape. Plan on dropping that probably a couple months. But
okay, I was gonna ask about the Diamond Tape later, but we're here now, so I already know it's coming soon. Yeah. Maybe like a month or so after this drop.
It's done. It's really waiting on me to do what artists do. Stop taking the time to push stuff out. But I've been putting out stuff in the meantime.
Yeah, definitely. Until it's ready to drop. Mm-hmm. So now we're gonna talk about the Spotify. Waiting to Inhale. I got two standout tracks for me. Hunger Over interlude.
Yeah, Hunger Over.
Okay, I knew I was gonna have a hard time saying that. I'm like, it's not even that hard. It's not that hard, but I knew I was gonna have a hard time because I know myself. And there's a music video for that one too, where you're like vibing in the studio. So why a music video for that specific? It's an interlude. So
the story behind that, one of the producers from the group, Brother Gil, he produced that. Mm-hmm. We all still homies to this day, like still connect on stuff. So he made that beat. It was like we was in the studio vibing, and I had just connected with an up and coming videographer. So he wanted to slide to a studio session with me. So I said, all right, bet, pull up. So we was just going over songs, and he was there with his camera and everything. So he just really made the video off of us making that song.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I was like.
So that was like pretty much like real life footage of you making it. That's dope.
Just go over some stuff, like it wasn't all the way finished, and I didn't know what I was gonna do with it until I came up with the Way to Hell idea. Yeah. I was like, oh damn, you know what? I want to throw that on there, and they need a video, so let's just redo everything, and let's just make it look like we just started from scratch, which we did though.
Nice. And then I got On Second Thought, which I just put, it was a vibe.
Gil produced that as well.
Oh, there we go. He's just producing all the things. He's got all the hits. Apparently that my ear likes what he produces.
He got all type of styles. That's just the vibe that really resonates with me, with his beats and stuff, like, and then the versatility with it. Yeah. And how I did that song. That's
Second
Thought.
Yeah, I don't think too many people have brought it up to you.
No.
But it's a vibe.
Yeah. Like Way to Hell, like I said, it just came. I'm like, fuck, 420 about to come up.
Yeah.
I'm like, let me drop some. I had just did a 420 shoot to get some promo covers for it and just promo for 420 period that year.
Yeah.
So they made me come up with the idea. The cover is actually an artist, low key.
Oh.
Yeah, it's an artist. I DM'd her and I was like, hey, it was just a regular picture on her page. I'm like, hey, you mind if I use this for an album cover? She was like, yeah, I don't care. And I just tried to cartoonify it a little bit and make it look like a cover. And those two songs, I think those are the best songs on there.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask you what your favorites were, but
yeah, a lot of some people like Overdue, the first song.
Oh yeah, Overdue's pretty good too.
But yeah, I think that.
Yeah. Next up, we're gonna go to the Sapphire Tape, and you have the Sapphire Tape, the Ruby Tape, and now the Diamond Tape. Yeah. And they're all based on Pokemon. Because, you're dropping Pokemon gems, you see. Get the gems. And I found that your favorite Pokemon is Pikachu.
Sure.
So I just so happen to know a Pokemon card collector, and I brought you.
Oh, shit. Woo, bro.
Yeah, that was
Oh, thank you so much.
Hand delivered to me in the middle of the night.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. I was like, I need a Pikachu card.
Hey, that's dope.
So why Pikachu? Because he's also my favorite. I grew up on Pikachu.
Yeah, for sure. Like, you grew up on Pikachu like he was the outcast. Like, he wasn't one of the original 3 selections. Like what the fuck you mean? Like, and then I'm about to prove, like, yeah, I'm the best one out of everybody, no matter what. Like, I mean, he probably, some that probably, yeah. But for the most part, out of all, until they kept making them ridiculous amounts of fucking Pokemon.
Yeah.
But the original 150, it was only about 2 or 3 that I say probably would get him. But he was just always the outcast, but I always would be at the end of the day, he'll show you he's an underdog sometimes too, and overcome some stuff, even though he's small. But he got to back that punch.
Hell yeah, he's small but mighty.
Yeah, and he didn't have to evolve to do it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like, you got other people, y'all in y'all final form. Like, I'm in my beginning stage and I'm past my max. So yeah, that was cool. Okay. I appreciate you.
You're very welcome. Yeah, I had to do it. I just so happened to know a Pokemon card collector, and he was like, "This is what I got." I'm like, "I need it tonight." Literally came in the middle of the night. I was like, my dog's freaking out. I'm like, "It's fine. It's a Pokemon card. It's fine."
It's alright. Yeah,
so the Sapphire Tape. Let's You also said that the Sapphire Tape is for the industry and the Ruby Tape is for hip hop. So what do you mean by that?
I think the sounds. The Sapphire Tape had more, I think, radio friendly songs, which, like, behind the scenes is one of my, it's still getting some radio spins. And just how I went about it was just my pure sound, what I was looking for. Just bounce, still bounce. I still want to show my lyrical ability. Want to have catchy hooks, but I wanted everything to flow properly, and I took that as my first project for sure. Even though Waiting Till Hell is, but I took Sapphire Tape as my
I felt that too. I was like, I know we have to touch base on Waiting to Inhale, but I'm like, I felt like the Sapphire Tape was like definitely like your first, like, hey, this is it.
Yeah, for what I was going for, sound. Brand, just how I wanted everybody to see me, how I wanted to come out. So yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that was definitely the one. So there's so many songs that are standouts. It's not really standouts because I wrote down most of them. So song number 1, Sade's Mood. I love this vibe. It was so smooth, and I wrote down real rap. Is what for that one, and I feel like it was a good introduction to your sound, especially being the first one. I think Sade is a big influence on you, right?
Yeah, that's why I like just the whole smooth operator, just like the vibe. Like when she come out, she don't come out a lot, but when she come out, it's a punch. Like it's gonna be hits. It's like I'm coming out with a purpose. So I like that artistry stance, and I like to reflect that in my music and show like some, just pay homage.
Yeah, definitely. And then behind the scenes, I wrote down a bar. Made her my manager. What do you mean? Was there somebody you made your manager? Because I thought you're independent. So what do you mean? Who did you make your manager?
Oh, no.
No, that was just a
hyperbole. That's just getting a sack with how she get the sack from me. Which I mean, like the manager manages the money, sack is the money, sack money. So made her my manager, how she handled the sack. But talking explicitly.
Yeah.
No manager. I do everything myself. But I'll shout out some homies that throw me some health banks, my homie health banks, Antonio Juan. They had some events or whatever. They hit me up, hey, whatever. I always show love, so really shout them out.
That's always good to have. It's always good to know people. Just saying. Then speaking of being a smooth operator, obviously we have to talk about smooth operator.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
I figured as much. And you also did a vlog for it with JTE, Kingzo, Hybrid Josh at 35th Street Studios. Is that the same day that you guys kind of recorded it, or?
No. That just was,
you're just like a... Yeah,
because I had met the videographer probably a month before that at a show, and he came up to me and Zoe and was like, hey man, I mess with y'all sound, but he was like, he shoots behind the scenes. So somehow, it's different, it was dope. So he was like, just hit me up whenever you got a session. So I hit him up, I'm like, I'm gonna make a session. So,
I'll make one.
And so like that stuff was already done. So
that can be arranged.
Yeah, so I just had him pull up and just made it all new, and it was my first official vlog.
Yeah. Okay. I'm good on the behind the scenes vlogging stuff. Everybody knows me for that. So I do a lot of I'll vlog music video shoots. I actually work for a TV show, so I'm their behind the scenes vlogger. So
okay.
I be on that vlogging stuff too. But don't ask me to shoot a music video.
I feel that. I just being an artist and a content creator now.
Yes, content creator. Yeah. Our phone can do a lot.
Yep.
So now Mo Pimpin'.
Yeah. Produced by Brother Gill.
Okay. I have this bar which I was listening to your music and then I'm like, wait, did he just say what I think he said? Rewind that. She thought that flight was special. There was a flight special.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what? I like that.
It was around the time the controversy of flying out was going on when the City Girl and stuff first came out, and it's like, well, there were people who was complaining about flights, and people was like, well, it was a flight special. You want to get on the flight or not?
Yeah, exactly.
You want to come or not? It shouldn't matter how much the flight costs. As long as you get in
a flight is a flight. I actually want the cheapest flight possible so I can spend money when I get there.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if somebody buying it for you. This is just how it is.
Yeah, exactly. Because I would rather have nicer accommodations than a flight. A flight is only a few hours.
It's just, it's not appreciated. When the flight prices done went up, you appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
It don't matter where you fly through.
If you can make it safely, because planes is falling all the time.
Yeah, so I'm road tripping right now on the ground.
I'm staying at home. I'm not even going anywhere. Normally I say I would go on a cruise, but now I can't just drive to the port. I actually have to fly, so I'm not even going on cruises. Okay.
Yeah, I feel that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm staying local. So they figure that out. Simpleton Freestyle. This one was very soulful, and it had me bopping my head. I was just like, yeah. I don't have any specific bars, but I was just like, I was bopping to that one.
Yeah, that Churchill down beat. It's just when Drake and Jack Harlow came out with that song, I was just like, damn, that beat. Because I'm like, I really don't do a lot of freestyles. I'll write some stuff to other people's beats, but I rarely put it out just because I'm like, I really don't want to waste those bars on somebody else's beat. Especially if I really, really like it. I'm like, I'd rather make an original song with that so I can monetize it, because a lot of stuff you can't put out. You got to put out as freestyles on YouTube or something.
Oh yeah, or SoundCloud, yeah, because you can't monetize. Yeah. And that's what people kind of forget, especially when it's you don't have the beat.
Yeah.
And then they go so hard for it, and you're just like.
But that beat just went so perfect with what I wrote, and then the hook. I was paying homage to the song "Cry" by Jay-Z, so I just wanted to smack. That was like one of my first songs with me writing like that, expressing myself to that extent.
Yeah. So that's all I had for that one. Then the Ruby tape. You had a release party for it. Yeah. Well, I know it was like a joint release party.
It was for Chill Intentions, his project, and Ruby Tape was mine.
Yeah. So how did the release party go? Why did you guys just decide to do a release party?
We both was coming out with our projects on the same day.
Oh shit!
The same Friday in June. We both were done with our projects at that time. We was just talking about it, like we thought we might do another one, you know. Cause we're gonna drop a joint project together, maybe June, July. So yeah, we was thinking about dropping another release party, but just coming together, you know, we met through shows and stuff. We met other artists. We all wanted to connect. Family came, both our families came. So you know, so it was a good, intimate space, and you know, it was good. I can't wait to do it again. So.
Oh well, I will be at the next one, hopefully.
No, you come.
If it's in the summer, I won't be filming, so you know I'm there.
It was June when we did it then, and it'll probably June, July.
Okay, then I should be there.
Yeah.
You mentioned family, so I know you have a pretty strong support system, but your mom wasn't always too hype on the rap stuff. Yeah. She is now, though. Like, she kind of is. Yeah,
now it's a little bit, if it's a song where I say something explicit, well, what's that you said? I like that. Why are you listening to that song?
No, not that one.
You need to listen to the other song about me shouting you out or something. Like, but no, for sure, definitely. But I understand it, because if I'm in the generation, we are in the generation now, if my son was listening to the music that's out now, that's not good, and he was wanting to portray that, she wasn't trying to hear that at the time.
Yeah.
And I'm not making that, but that's what's out. And I'm rapping over fast beats. Like the first song she heard was the Go DJ. Fireman and I'ma Do Me, when she picked me up from the studio. So she heard that. She didn't really like it because I'm cursing first off. I'm 16.
Yeah, she ain't, mom's is not happy.
So I understand, but I'm 16, 17. I'm not thinking about it. Mom, I just went in there and I just killed it.
Yeah.
But yeah, she didn't really like that at first. But once I start, and then the money, you know, we ain't got a lot of money. You wasting the money that you do get on studio time, which it seems for not. Like, same with wanting to play basketball. Like, you know, there's a lot of people doing that, son, you know. There's a lot of people out here, you know, you might want to think about doing this and that. So once you start showing,
then more like the logical,
and logical being a parent, you don't understand that when you're that age. So, but now I grow up, I got my own kids, I see that, and now she likes the music, and I understand it too. I don't like a lot of my old music anymore either.
So maybe mom might have been right about some of those songs.
I don't know, but I think a lot of us are like that. We go back and look at where we started at.
Don't get me started on where I started. Oh no, I look at old stuff and like.
But you need to go through that.
Yeah.
That's just what's needed.
So now, if your kids were to get into music, how would you support them, or would you be like your mom and be like, maybe not?
To a certain extent, like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
You know, you're not gonna get out here and follow the trend, which I know that's what you probably want to do because it's just normal. Yeah. Your friends probably do. So just try to make sure you raise them right. Just be like, if that's the route you going, then you're not gonna do that. Because how you gonna get there? Exactly. What you gonna get the money from to do? Because I'll support you. Because mom didn't put no money on me. I put my own money up, and that was the problem. Like, you could be giving me that money, which I understand. You making money. You can give me the money. Yeah. You know, but I'm 16. Now I gotta go to the studio. You know, I found money to give somebody some gas, you know, to give somebody else some money.
Yeah.
So I understand it, but yeah, I'll support them if we do it the right way.
Okay. Do it the right way. That's very important. So a couple of standout tracks from the Ruby tape. Ricky Ricardo. And you have the music video.
Yep.
I love like the old film style kind of vibes.
Shot by Eureka Media.
He's done a few of your stuff.
We're working on some more stuff. Really shout out my boy Ross Caesar. They do a lot of stuff, and you know, my homie Stone Flacco. We all got a show at the Burlington Bar. I ain't released it yet, so it's be out there. We probably release it.
Yeah.
The Burlington Bar on June 18th.
Oh yeah, it'll be out before that.
So, it'll be me, Ross Caesar, June, King Zone, Red Velvet, Stone Flacco.
Oh damn! All people that you pretty much have done songs with. I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody except Stone Flacco.
Except Stone Flacco, yeah.
But we working, so.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there. What else do you want to tell me about Ricky Ricardo?
Ricky Ricardo, it was.
I love Lucy, so you know.
We randomly found that spot like out in Blue Island, like we just was looking. It was 2 spots, so we found a abandoned restaurant. Like I guess it was a restaurant
or something. Yeah,
something just abandoned right there. Yeah. You know, everybody was driving past, looking at us and stuff. Just me and him. He got all his equipment out, following me. I got doing it. And we found another warehouse that was closed, but their parking lot was open. And then it led up to like some apartments, and it had like a stairway, and it was all messy and grungy. So that looked cool.
Yeah, that looked cool.
So yeah. And then once he color graded and stuff, like he made it.
Yeah, no, the color grading definitely added that like extra to it. Then Sneaky Link. This was with Ty Jordan.
Shout out my girl Ty.
I put Heavenly Vibe. That's what I wrote down. And Smooth. Smooth Heavenly Vibes.
Yeah.
I never thought I would say those words together. That's
Smooth Heavenly Vibe.
I don't even know how I came up with that, but okay. Smooth Heavenly Vibes is the.
Put that on the EPK.
Yes.
Smooth Heavenly Vibes.
Smooth Heavenly Vibes.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
What else do you want to tell me about Sneaky Link?
That was one of those that I'm inspired from Griselda type East Coast hip hop, just period. Just I wanted to show that type of versatility. Once I start dropping more stuff like that, I've been trying to introduce my fans to my versatility as an artist. Like everything's still gonna be smooth in a way, or it's gonna make you bounce. It's still gonna make you dance. It's gonna make you think. It's gonna make you feel good. So Sneaky Link was just one of those ones. I just wanted to rap about. You were
definitely rapping.
Rap, and then tell Ty to just sing.
Just add that little.
Just sing something cool and make it great. And my homie JT, shout out my engineer and my homeboy JT, just he hooking everything up, making it sound crisp.
Yeah, the engineers are very important people out in these spaces, let me tell you, because they either gonna make you sound good or sound bad. Unless you sound terrible and then they can't help you. There's only so much they can do.
He mixed and mastered both of those projects from all my music since the Sapphire Tape. JT, for the most part, has engineered everything.
That's awesome. That's good to have your set engineer. Pimp Hard 23 with New Karma. I was surprised that you and New Karma had worked together because I don't know. I was just like, wait, where did this come from? How did that collab come from or come together?
My homie Nova the King.
Okay.
I did a couple shows with Nova, and New Karma did a show at Nova for Nova, and I was like, that's pretty dope. And then we did another show together. It was just me and New Karma. And another my homie Antonio Juan, and I was like, damn, this sound. It sounds like we can vibe. So
it made sense.
Yeah, so I, we connected after the show or whatever. I told him I would send him something. I can't remember how long it took me, but I don't think it was too long. After that, I found a beat, made the hook or whatever, told him I was gonna send it. He sent that shit back fast. I feel like he sent it the next day.
I think I've heard he moves pretty fast.
Yeah, so he sent it back fast as hell. And I'm like, oh shit. And JT heard let me mix this. He wanted to hurry up and mix that shit. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good song for sure. Then next we're gonna move along to Uncut Gems. I got like 2 songs off of this one. Real Midwestern.
Yeah.
The music video is like black and white. And then this song pretty much talks about being from the Midwest.
The stigma of you can't eat spaghetti and fish and just stuff like this. I want to rap for the Midwest a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. It's cool out here, guys. I promise.
It's not all what it's portrayed to be. So.
Exactly.
Just wanted to, and then show some versatility. Like I was doing a lot of smooth shit, and
kind of switched it up a little bit.
I actually recorded that in LA.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to LA, did a show, and when I went to the studio, I linked with my homie Trippy. When I was out there, he got us a studio. We went, I recorded that, a couple more songs. Let JT touch up on it, so him and Trippy touched up on that one. And I was like, man, once I found the beat, shout out Ace, I was like, damn, it's different. And I'm like, but I still can mess with it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I need something that I want to go on radio, do a freestyle, like they tell me to do the freestyle beats. Because everybody doing their songs, their actual songs in there. I'm like, I need a song that I can do on that type of time. Which I want to, on the radar or something like that, I'm going to get on there. And that's a song for that type of vibe.
Yeah.
That's a goal.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, that's one of them songs I wanted to make for that type of vibe.
Very good. Very nice. I think you accomplished that
Yeah,
goal.
yeah, a lot of people were shocked. I'm like, oh shit, it's different. I'm like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
All smooth, but it's still smooth, but it's a little more upbeat.
Yeah. And then River North. I love the instruments on that one. I couldn't pinpoint exactly what it was.
It's a lot.
But there's, yeah.
And I forgot the name of the beat was. It's like Spanish Fire. it was something like that's how he titled it. And that's what caught my eye too. And I'm like, oh shit, let me listen to this. And then I was like, oh man. Because I made it in the realm that I was going to collab that with Work Hard. I was going to have those collabs somewhere. But my idea, it just took too long for the idea to try to come. Yeah, because I was trying to get a feature artist on it, and I was getting a runaround and all this. So I'm like, fuck it. So I just did that. And yeah, River North. And I actually made it because my song Cradle to the Grave, I had heard someone make a song and it sounded similar. I know the bars on my song, it wasn't like...
Oh, I remember this controversy that you had,
yeah. So the bars were simple enough where I can understand that you would flow one A, B, C, and D. But once I started listening to it, I'm like, man, I don't know. This sounds too much. Like, and then when I questioned, it just was like, nah, it just was being weird. So yeah.
Oh, so they definitely...
So I went.
They definitely did some copycat stuff.
So I felt the way. I went in the stew and I made River North. And it's when a verse started off. Try to steal Cradle to the Grave. So yeah.
So Cradle to the Grave. Since we're talking about it, let's keep talking about it. There's a music video for it. You were digging a hole, and then at the end you had to like wake up. So tell me a little bit about this concept and whose hole were you digging? Who we burying?
Yeah, so it was you burying your past, your all your demons. You burying. You finna get rid of that old life. But my homegirl, she had a THC company she was doing. So I was like, I fuck with it. I wanted to shoot a video. I got a concept for digging a hole and doing the show and all that, but I just need to figure out how I'm gonna get there to that part. Yeah. So I'm like, I could, try some of your stuff and promote yours. Yeah. So that's why I took the drink or whatever. And it was like a dream, and that's really what I want. I told Eric, shout out Eric, I'm like, I want it to be like a dream.
Yeah, that's what I got kind of when she woke you up. I was like, wait, this whole thing was a dream? We're not actually for real killing people?
Yeah. So I was like, all right, That's why I came out with the tight white shirt and stuff and a whole different outfit and a shovel and stuff. Yeah. And I had stopped at my parents' house right before that, grabbed a shovel. Because they stayed right around the corner where we shot it by the overpass. And Cause that's how I found the spot. I'm like, I drive past it every day to go to my parents' house. And there's nobody ever over here. So I'm like, we're going over there and we're taking the shovel. And it came out perfect.
It did. It did. It was a vibe. And then I have a bar. Trying to be a legend out the burbs. Mm-hmm. Are you a legend yet? Are you on your way?
I'm on my way. I like to consider myself one of the top artists from where I'm from, Cal City, or just the burbs, period, South Burbs. Shit, soon to be whole Illinois, soon to be whole Midwest, and so on and so forth. So
national and then international, and then
rap is a sport. It's a competition. No matter if you do features with people or not, people done got into it with each other, thinking they done talked about each other on features. Like, it ain't nothing. You just gotta hold your own sometimes. Sometimes it's for fun. Sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
It's a sport at the end of the day, and that's how I like to look at it.
It definitely is a sport. We're all in this space competing with each other.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's friendly.
Yeah.
Sometimes it ain't that friendly. Yeah. But it is a competition. So your most recent tape or project is Waiting to Inhale 2, Girl's Best Friend. I got so into this whole project that I forgot that I was supposed to review it. And I was like, that's how you know it's good, because I'm not taking notes.
I appreciate that.
But I still found some I still did my job, okay? I still got some standouts. Dinner and R&B, and then you did a mic performance to it too. With red feathers on the mic, you were in a little red fit and all that. Yeah. So it was a very smooth vibe. Definitely gave Valentine's feel, kind of.
Yeah. So shout out Jonesy, he produced that. So over the past 2 years, I'll say, since I've been making, that's how long I've been making the Diamond Tape. As I've been making Sapphire and Ruby and all that, I've had those ready, but I've been making certain songs to be placed on Diamond. And I had a lot of songs for the ladies because I was trying to switch it up. I need more songs for the ladies. And it got to a point where I think I got too many. so I always hit up JT, that's my consultant for sure. JT, he's more than my engineer, he's my consultant. I'm bro, he even said, you might need a project for Valentine's Day. And he said, you right. And I just went and found every song I had just made. That's a newer one. So I had songs from probably 2 years ago, a year ago, sitting to just a couple months ago, or probably a couple weeks before putting it out. But
it flows really well, so you couldn't really.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
I appreciate that. Just going off of how I ordered it as well, I wanted it to be like that because I'm these first 2 songs are newer. So let me do that. The intro, shout out Big Rube, had that done.
The intro was really cool. Yeah.
Appreciate that. He made my idea come to life with the poem, and leading into Dinner and R&B was perfect. So.
Yes, definitely perfect.
I had a different order, but JT was like, "Oh no, that shit come in too hard, bro." So I'm like, "All right, let me switch it." So I put Dinner and R&B, and I'm okay. It come on better.
It definitely did make a difference. IUWM, If You Were Mine. Is that a sample on there? Or is it a...
No, that's not a sample. It's the acapella. So,
okay.
Yeah, so that's what I do.
I was trying to figure out
that's how I did Sade's Move. Sade's Move, not sample. So I found an acapella, like I said, I study her songs. And I had the beat. And I'm like, I don't really know what else to put on there. Then I listened to Sade. And I'm like, if you were mine, let me listen to an acapella. And that's how I did it. I pulled it up acapella on my phone on YouTube, and I had my computer, I had the beat. And I just tried to play them both at the same time. And I was playing them both at the same time, and I'm like, this shit fucking match. And when that whole beginning part matched, I'm like, I text JT next time we in the studio, bro, about to try this.
Yeah.
And it took a couple times to try to get it on beat or whatever, but once we got it, the idea came to life.
That's dope. Yeah, because I was trying to figure. I was like, no, there's no way it's a sample. Like, because you wouldn't be able to get it on Spotify. And I'm like, unless he's got some really good connections.
Not a sample. You know, you gotta have some cheat codes sometimes.
Cheat codes. Cheat codes.
And I always put on the credits. I put on the credits. Just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case we make it. You know, I love you. You can have it. If that song make it, you can have all the fucking royalties.
Literally.
I don't really care. As long as if I get to meet you, clear, and shit. Hopefully make more.
Exactly. Then we can collab for real.
Like for real.
Same pics. We in the same picture both got different poses. I feel like this song is a lot deeper than, and I feel like that quote specifically kind of goes into or gives a taste of how deep that song probably is. So what do you want to tell me?
So how the song came about, I just came in the studio and JT was like, hear this. And he played it.
JT, I need to talk to you because
JT, he played this. Listen to this. He played it. And I'm like, oh shit. And he already had the hook. And he had that. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, all right, scratch what I came in to do. I'm about to write to this. So I started writing to it. And that's how my writing went. If the beat gets me to instantly start writing, then I know I got something. I don't like to force songs anymore. It's tough to do for me personally. But once I started flowing, once he was doing the hook, I'm flowing with the writing. I got that verse done fast as hell. One of the fastest verses I wrote on the spot at the studio. And yeah, it just was like, damn, make the way you live it, and y'all been in the moment. Yeah, so I was like, oh man, brother, we got one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it was one of the first songs that he started introducing me and Zoe to him messing around in the studio.
Okay.
Because he was experimenting. He was doing a lot, but he didn't want us to know. So it was a couple that he was sitting on, and that was one of them. And I'm like, he like, you can have the song if you want. I'm like, no, I'm keeping you on the other.
Yeah.
Nah, you can have it, bro. Oh, bad. So yeah, that shit came out perfect.
It came out perfect, for sure. And then Hey Arnold, part 2. Again, childhood. I'm gonna stop aging myself someday on this couch. But Hey Arnold was my shit back in the day.
No, for sure. Hey Arnold, that's the shit.
So I put, and this was part 2 because you had part 1
Yep.
on, I forgot which tape.
Sapphire.
Okay, Sapphire. So why Hey Arnold 1 and 2?
Just the concept. So the first one went stuck on you, like, you know, Stu Kid stuck.
Yeah.
So this one, she says stuck on you. She said the same thing, kinda, but just a different tone or whatever. And then me and JT was in the studio listening to it. I'm like, man, this might be Hey Arnold part 2. And that's his favorite. Hey Arnold's his favorite song.
Oh,
so
okay.
he was like, hell yeah, we need part 2. So he was like, yeah.
You got your wish.
Yep. So we made that part 2. And I like wanting to do themes. Like I always see my favorite artists do things with songs and projects and things. I'm like, now I got the chance. I want to do that too. And it might be a part 2. I mean, it might be a part 3. It might be a part 4. Just, you know,
and then it'll kind of be like a whole story.
You know, me and a different singer every time or something. You know, just that type of stuff. You know?
I like it. See, when you put intention and thought into your shit. It goes a long way. Just saying. So I found like other like miscellaneous like music videos and songs. Live from the living room. You did a diamond cutter freestyle.
Yep.
How was that experience? Whose living room was this?
So that's my boy Eric. Shout out Eric. He done shot most of my video, number 2, Ball Hard. So he does a live in the living room series. It was like a mic drop. It's not the mic, you stand in front of the mic, and the whole setting is a living room. It's an actual studio, a big studio.
Okay.
Studio, but there's one particular spot.
I thought it was actually somebody's living room.
It's set up like the living room, and at first, I ain't gonna lie, the first one I did, I think it was the Lonely Freestyle. That was in his living room.
Oh.
So he started
in his living room.
Yes, he actually did start in his living room. And it's not too far from here. It was in Maywood.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
5-10 minutes up the street. Yeah.
Yeah. So he did that one, and then once he started getting more and more clients, and he was growing more and more, him and some homies invested, did their thing, got a bigger place, and now he's expanded and got live in the living room. He's been on red carpets for women events, doing his live in the living room. So he's doing big things with the Live in the Living Room series.
Yeah, definitely. And it's really good quality too. I like it. Yeah.
And I made that song particularly for Live in the Living Room because it's gonna be on that's gonna be on the Diamond Tape.
I was hoping it would be on the Diamond Tape. Diamond. You know, makes sense. Wordplay there.
Yeah.
Purple Box. You did Walked In featuring King Zo. How was that experience? How did you get in tune with Purple Box?
Purple Box, just was searching, just looking at different artists. I feel like somebody I knew or followed already did one. So I started tapping in with it, and I hit JT if I'm like, you think we should do a Purple Box with Grind? Because I was thinking about different things to promote Grind.
Yeah, because you did a lot of promo for Grind.
Yeah. So once I was like, okay, let's do that. So I did, and I originally shot it for Grind, but he started upgrading more clientele and more equipment and stuff. So he wanted to do it over. But I'm like, you know what? Grind been out for a while. I want to do a different song.
Yeah.
So I switched it to Walked In, which is gonna be on the Diamond Tape too.
So we're already getting little snippets of the Diamond Tape.
Yep. And he was dope for it. Shout out APJ, because me and Zoe wasn't even there together.
Okay.
Yeah, I had left. I didn't know Zoe was. I didn't know he was gonna make it. I told him to come. I'm like, if you can, bro, just come.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know if I'm making it in time, whatever. I'm like, all right. So I did it, and I left, and he was like, damn, bro, I was just about to pull up. So I called APJ. I'm like, hey, my homie here, can he still do it? Shit, I ain't never did it, but shit, come on, tell him come on. So I'm like, oh shit. And
I'm like, did a good job.
Yeah, so I'm like, damn. And when I seen the final product, I'm like, oh yeah.
He did his shit. Then Show Off, you have a music video.
Yeah.
You're like on a sound stage. It's got like blues vibes, like I wrote down. And then a bar that I wrote was, children out of wedlock, we gon' always be locked in. Which is, I don't know, I think it's an important topic to discuss or to touch base on.
No, I mean, that's just something, that's more of the norm nowadays,
yeah.
You know?
That's relevant.
It's just, sometimes I like to touch on that type of stuff, to say that type of stuff, like, yeah, it's true, like, and it's depending on is it going to be a good locked in or is it going to be a bad locked in. In this case, it's a good locked in, and eventually, this is what this song is leading to. Eventually, we're going to get married, because you've been locked in so long through it, you know, but just it takes time.
It's got to be the right moment. Sometimes just give it a little bit of. Then you have an animated music video for Ball Hard featuring King Louie. It's really clean, really cleanly shot. I love the animations.
Yeah, Eric did all that, hand drew everything.
What? He hand drew all that? I was wondering how he did it. Yeah.
He hand drew all of that stuff, and had some difficulties. He had to do it all over. But he made it work, and he said he did even better. So it came out perfect.
Now, were you in the studio with King Louie doing this? Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh shit, how was that experience?
It was great, man. He came, you know, he was real chill. You know, 'cause I met him a few times. We got some mutual family acquaintances. So I met him a few times before that and chilled at barbecues and stuff with him and stuff. So eventually I was just like, you know what, just ask him.
Yeah, might as well.
And got hooked up with him, and he did the song quick. He gave me he was actually in Houston when he recorded the verse doing some shows, and he sent me a preview of it. He like, when I get back to the land, I'm gonna sing it. Sent it. I'm like, damn, this shit dope as hell. And I talked to my cousin, and he was like, I should video that. And I'm like,
definitely.
Yeah, I do. I'm like, damn, boy, I got a song with King Louie. Oh shit. So yeah, hit him up about the video. He like, just let me know when. I was trying to come up with the concept because I'm like, man, you know, I want to incorporate basketball some type of way, but I really don't want to go to a real game, and because I don't got the budget to go to a fucking NBA game, and stop the whole fucking game, and do all that type of shit.
Yeah, all that extra
got that shit that I need that will be great. But I'm like, well, we'll do some animation and then try to pay homage to him at the same time. Because the whole song, the hook is paying homage to a past song that he did called ESPN.
Okay. I felt like there was callback, I just didn't.
Yeah, this song called ESPN. We ball hard like point guard, smoke hella loud, no mid. And I just took it, ball hard like point guard, moves too smooth, don't slid. So I just switched it up and made it, his was a little bit more up tempo, mine smoother. And then threw him on it. So, yeah, and he shot the video in front of a big whiteboard. The whole fucking studio was white. So he just was in there. We did our scenes, and Eric took all the footage home and drew it up. It came out great.
No, it really did. It came out really good. Next up, She Said Yes. You put some auto-tune on this one, I think. Yeah. Why did you decide to do auto-tune for this? Because I don't think you had done much.
It's slight on certain songs.
Yeah.
Smooth operator, yeah, it's slight. But just how I wanted to do it, so I wanted to pay homage to Say Yes by Floetry. That's how I got the vibe. And I'm like, I want to sing on that too. But some notes I can get away with it, and JT can make me sound better than what the original. But at that point, I'm like, man, let me try it. And it don't even matter. He'll make it sound good. Like, I probably re-recorded that song about 5-6 times.
Damn.
Yeah, just trying to get the right. Just trying to get it right.
And then you have the music video.
Yeah, feature like fantasy.
Yeah, and it's like black and white, and I don't know. It gave me such like nostalgic vibes. But now that you say the Floetry and all this stuff, I'm like, that makes sense. I couldn't pinpoint it, but
yeah. And if it was it's Show Off and Say Yes go together. Yeah, so it was me at the stoop by myself, reflecting, thinking about her. Saying all the things we locked in, wedlock. Now that she said yes, now I don't wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
We linked up, yes, you gonna say yes now. Thought about it, let's get through it. Let's get married.
Aww, I like this.
Yeah, I had dropped those around Valentine's Day as well.
Aww. Next up, grind, because we have to talk about grind. I got issue. Is for I.
Yeah.
No,
you're not the first person to say that, but you're not supposed to say it. Just go with it.
Oh, okay. We're just gonna pretend that the English language doesn't exist. Okay.
I did a show with a comedian, and I went before him.
Oh.
Everybody loved the song.
That's a mistake.
When we first went up there. Yeah, that motherfucker, he just tried to trick us and said, I was that shit don't start no damn shit. I need that skit. I need that as a skit for that damn song. But, no, it's just, just play on words.
Yeah, because where you messed up is putting the lyrics on the screen. Because you could have gotten away with it if I wasn't sitting there looking at the lyrics. In my defense,
I say the I is for an I.
Yeah, it's like an eye for an eye. Eye for an eye. Yeah.
I'm just saying that the I in this
scenario
is for the I, but you know what I mean. Just go with it.
Just go with it. Get the people going. I think this is a hit song though.
I appreciate it.
I could see it like on like one of those like TV shows like ATL or something like that where it's in the background and they're like doing something. That's where I could see that song specifically.
Yeah, that's that one. And I felt it when I made it. Cause I just made it one day in my car. I was smoking. I just threw a beat on. I was just beat searching, threw a beat on it. And I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, I don't got like a chant or an acronym song.
Yeah.
Like I can do it, but I really don't have one. I'm like, let me try it out. And I'm the G.
I know that part. I was like, oh,
okay. And I'm in the car going crazy. It's like probably midnight. I'm in the car going crazy. Nigga, please. Oh shit, this is dope. And I went to the studio probably a couple days later and recorded it. And I got the live on my YouTube, low key. The only live video I got on my YouTube.
Oh,
I just randomly set up my computer and go live on YouTube. And it recorded the whole session of me making grind for the first time.
Wow. See, I didn't watch the live. I'm not big on watching lives.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't do them like that. Yeah. And that's when I was surprised that the song was, I'm like, damn, there was a reason I recorded that live and got this footage of me recording this for the first time.
Yeah, sometimes like internally you just know you gotta do something you don't know, but you know, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Uncaged. Annie, it's gonna be okay. Or no, yeah, Annie, it's gonna be okay. Mm-hmm. I see the, you know.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that one. Anything else you want to say about Uncaged?
That was more when I first was coming about trying to figure out my sound. I became D So Nyce. And the baby, this was when the baby came out and his run was going crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And his beats was going crazy. And I'm like, oh shit, I found one like that I think I can do it. And I made that song and a couple people was rocking. I'm like, oh shit, this is nice.
It is nice.
Yeah.
Countdown with Antonio Juan, which you've mentioned him a few times. Yep. So you guys finally did a song together.
Yep.
About time, right?
I mean, we did one before. He got me, him, and Kingzo got a song called Money. It's his song.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, this is my first song.
Your song. Feature, exactly. So how was it finally like working with him on a song and like you guys worked on
we got a song back when I was D1.
Oh damn! Y'all go back.
Yeah, no, we go back. So when I was D1, he was under a different name as well. We got a song with a homie. That was like 2013, 2014.
Sheesh.
But under our current status artist, yeah, this first song produced by my homie. He's a geek. We're working on a project, so this is gonna be off of that project. I'm working on like three, 4 projects.
I see every so often. You're like, yeah, that's gonna be under this project, and this project, and that project. Okay, sir, I get it. Yeah. I get it. There's a lot of projects coming. And then last up, Memo with Sasha Go Hard. So you performed at like her birthday event, and there was like a competition or something. Was this at the birthday event, or you guys performed the song at the birthday event?
So the first event, was it the birthday? Yeah. So yeah, we performed it together at the birthday. I won the verse from her from a previous event.
Oh, okay.
So she threw one event. Once you performed at it, you got a feature from her. So I did the song, and then she did a birthday event, and she told everybody that she did the feature for that they can come through, and she'll perform the song.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a video coming for it?
So I got people pushing me to do the video.
Oh, come on.
I have to, you think so too?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. I kind of.
That's why I'll put it out around this time. I always say I'm gonna put it out right before summer, cause it's an up-tempo beat, and I'm gonna see what it do. And yeah, I think I'm gonna. Yeah.
It's definitely a summer. It's gonna be a summer track, cause we're not in summer yet.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely a summer track.
That's why I'll put it out right now.
So speaking of performances, you've done quite a few. I found in no particular order. These specifically were in February of 2023, but the rest are just going to be sporadic. Underground Sound, which I think that was Nova the King. Airwaves, you did that in Joliet.
That was like a competition to get your music on Raw Radio. They still do spitting bars. They still do competitions right now.
Yeah. You did a performance at Joe's Sports Bar and Grill in Indiana.
That was the Sasha Go Hard event.
Okay. Yeah. And then Two Shades Cafe open mic. Do you remember that?
I think so. That was I had met someone through one event that I did, and they invited me to an open mic they had at a coffee shop. And I was like, oh, shit, you know, it was dope. And when I went, I'm like, oh, look, they say they closed, but it was still people in. Oh shit! So I went in there. It was pretty dope.
That happened to me one time too. That it was an event, and I was like, none of these doors are opening, but there's people inside.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay. So and then it got packed out, and it was a pretty dope event.
And then you did a performance at Wild Hair in March of 2024.
Yep. That probably was for Marley Boy. Shout out Marley. He throws a lot of events up there. He has a clothing line, Marley Boy Fashion.
Okay.
So yeah, he throws a lot of events, and what was that?
And then you did a show in Wisconsin, but I don't know. All I found was Wisconsin.
Yes, I did a couple. So one was it was at a restaurant in Kenosha.
Of course.
Yeah, it was a steakhouse, and it was like it's a steakhouse on one side, and then there's a whole bunch of event spaces in the back of the building. Oh, which was there. Oh shit! So I did that. One in Milwaukee. I did one. I was supposed to do one at the Uptowner a couple weeks ago. I thought I got out there too early, so I couldn't sit. And I got there way too early. I was out there.
Getting there early doesn't work in your favor.
Yeah. Did one in Whitefish. Well, I'm gonna be doing another one.
Okay.
I'm gonna do another one up there in August. It's like fundraising, like a what is it? Like a pop-up type.
Yeah.
Outside market, night market. And like I'll be like
I forget what it was called.
Yeah. So I'm like the feature artist. Shout out Winter Bates. So.
Nice. Then you did 2 headlining shows in July 2023, but I didn't find what they were.
2023.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you'd remember. That was a couple years ago.
Yeah. It's been a lot. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Midwest Music Fest.
Yes. That's how I met New Karma.
Okay.
For one of those shows, from that show, for sure. That's the one I tapped in with them to get to Pimp Hard. So Midwest Music, they was throwing pop-ups. Like it was all type of antiques being shown, older clothes, like different vendors in Summit. So he was throwing that like every Sunday, damn near.
Damn, okay.
In the summer. So me, Antonio Juan, a couple of homies will go. And it'd be in the parking lot, and he'd have a big ass stage. And we'll go. They didn't start as a stage. When it first went, it didn't have a stage.
Oh.
Then the very next show, he's like, "Hey, bro, come back. We got a stage, bro.
Now.
Yeah,
we upgraded."
Yeah, and I'm like, damn, to see them go from that, and then they went to the storefront in Pilsen.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah.
That's dope. There was a 90s themed pajama party that you performed at.
Yeah. I didn't have pajamas on.
Oh, you didn't participate in the pajama party?
It wasn't part of my brand at the time.
Makes sense.
You know, I'm trying to get it on a little bit, and that was before I had braids. So that was like one of the first shows I did. It was like it was a competition I met. Well, it wasn't a competition, like a freshman of Chicago. Event.
The Bar University freshman class?
We did that. I think we did that first. And then I just connected with them. They was doing another show, the Pajama Party.
The Pajama Party, okay. Yeah. So how was the Bar University?
It was dope. You know, they gave us good content, got interviewed, did the freestyle, got a show out of it. So yeah.
Pretty good stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty good, you know. It was great to start off. They were starting off, we were starting off, so yeah, it was great.
That's dope. Vibe sessions at Auxiliary Arts Center?
Yeah, they don't even run that no more.
Yeah.
I hear.
That's why I was like, question mark?
I hit her. Yeah, I hit the person up. I went to school with the person that used to run those.
Oh,
and
okay.
just stopped doing them. But yeah, that was pretty dope when I did that one.
Yeah. Authenticity. Yeah, I think I'm saying that correctly.
Yeah, I remember that one. I think that was Chef Gabby. Shout out Chef Gabby. She was throwing an intimate event, so she was making food for the guests to try out new items that she was making. So like they were, so it was like a office space, but it had a kitchen in the middle of the space. Yeah, so it was. I'm telling you, it was an office space with chairs and like rooms off to the side, and a kitchen in the middle where a sink. They was prepping all the vegetables, prepping the meat, and all. She had assistants, and when she was done prepping, she'd go introduce the artist, go back.
Oh
prep.
my gosh.
Yep.
She was doing her thing.
Yep. That was pretty dope. It was dope, and the food was great.
And then you also did recently Passion Park Fest. You did day 3. I specifically bought tickets to go see you.
See, that's what I'm saying. I got that.
I didn't go.
I'm so sorry. I got there way too fucking early. I apologize to them as well. That's very unprofessional of me. But I did not read the flyer that it was a break for 5 hours between the show. So I got there at like 2 o'clock, and then the show didn't start up again till 8.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck. I'm not finna sit out here because I don't know nobody else by myself. And I called myself. I'm gonna try to get out there early so I don't have to drive back too late. Like,
yeah. Oh,
so I apologize to that. I was very unprofessional with that.
Yeah, you gotta read the fine print.
Yeah, I definitely do. But I was going by. I was day 3. The other days went straight through.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I'm gonna get out there around 2. Yeah, I got out there around 2. I went in the bar and it was a whole nother event. A whole bunch of people getting drunk. Oh shit. I'm like, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The bar is packed. I could barely get through. I'm fuck, where the show at? I'm like, I thought we were about to perform. Oh yeah, it's busting in here. I'm finna. Nope, that wasn't it.
Nope.
There was another band performing.
Oh.
The local band was performing. Yep, some older guys. It was pretty dope. I just couldn't wait 6-7 hours.
No, yeah, I'm
sorry.
Yeah, I understand. And then tonight, right after you leave here, you have the listening party. So we don't have too much left, guys, because he's got places to be and things to do and performances to do. So we're getting towards the end because he's got to go. So the event tonight, what is it about? I mean, obviously this is not going to be out in time. But
my homegirl, Red Velvet, shout out Red. She's throwing a listening party. So she just released a project called 3.
Okay.
She just released a project. So I think tonight she's just going to be doing like a listening party probably for that. And probably some unreleased stuff. This will be my first performance in a couple months with me being down and recovering and stuff. So I told her, I'm like, I'm just do probably 2 songs. Plus, we're gonna do our songs called Like That off of Way Too Hell too.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that.
That's still recent too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna do that. Probably do If You Were Mine and Grind.
Okay. Oh man, if I didn't have another event.
Nah, you all good. It'll be more, like I said, we all performing together, headlining the Burlington Bar, June 18th. So
I should be free. So if I'm not there, guys, I don't know. I gotta check the calendar.
We'll make it work.
We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, I'm trying to ramp it back up, interviews and shows and just promo period. Like, I was down. I had to record something though. I made a little post.
Yeah.
My homies, you just can't sit down, huh? Like,
No.
I just threw the mic up. Like, I'm cramped in the house. I've been in the house for 3 weeks straight, not doing nothing. So yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
I had to get in the backyard and record some type of content
before they forget you.
Yep.
Because the attention spans are
exactly
like that.
Like that. That's why you gotta put out clips.
Yes. To have stuff ready. So now I'm just gonna bring up miscellaneous things that I found that I couldn't fit somewhere else, or I found afterwards, and they're here now. You've experimented with EDM, but I didn't find any EDM tracks. So how did this experiment go?
See, now the EDM, I gotta get my genres right with Work Hard. So Work Hard that's the experiment.
Oh.
Because I've called it reggaeton. I don't think it's reggaeton.
No.
Is it house? I think it's house.
I think it'll probably be more house.
Okay, so yeah. So I think I experimented with house.
Okay.
See, I gotta get my genres right. But if the beat, just like with that, if the beat is capable with me to do what I do over it, I'll try it.
Because you like to experiment and be versatile. You even have a wedding song. So,
exactly. So just,
you can
book me for your wedding.
Book him for your wedding. You filmed a video in Cali. I'm assuming this is when you were out there.
Yeah. So
recording and stuff.
Yeah, I did. It's called One of Those. It was just me, but then I got features on it. So I got a Cali artist. Shout out Airplane James, an artist from here, Marnie K. So they on there. So I was just like, I just got footage now. So,
yeah. Okay.
So I just use it as footage for content.
Content. And then I found that you don't like doing ad libs. What is your beef with ad libs? I
do it. Just I'm spitting too many bars to have ad libs sometimes. And then the ad lib won't hit. And I'm sound like I'm talking too much because I'm already rapping.
Yeah, because you're already rapping.
I'm rapping. Now here come a bar. Sometimes like on the hook, I'll do it for sure because we play around on the hook. But like I really want you to listen to what I'm saying because I'm trying not to say as many normal metaphors as possible, but not too hard of a metaphor where you can't understand it. But if I'm throwing too many ad libs that don't make sense, I really don't like doing it.
No. They have to be ad libs with intention.
Yeah.
So you got an interface so you could record yourself. Do you record yourself?
Yeah, okay. I do it all the time. Whenever I got an idea now, I record it, just play it back, send it to the producer, get the producer approval, and then go right to the real studio.
Then you kind of made your own genre, neo rap, because when you were on another podcast, you guys came up with neo rap.
Yeah,
so are you sticking with neo rap?
Yeah, I feel like
it makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like for sure, especially the Waiting to Inhale too. That's more so that just tapping into that and but also can do other stuff as well. Yeah. But for the main part, neo rap.
Neo rap. Let's tune into neo rap.
Smooth shit,
but real rap. And then Smokey Magazine. What was that about?
That's my magazine.
Okay, I was like, I feel like this is his little experiment here.
Yeah, I was just messing with stuff, trying to make content. And I seen somebody else had a magazine. I'm like, people don't really read magazines. Is that what they know? It's a real magazine.
Yeah. But it looks cool.
Exactly. And it was 420 again. So I was like,
420.
Smokey. And I'm like, let me put myself in a magazine. Came up with the little descriptions. I'm like, let me just make some real stuff in just in case somebody actually read it. So I put real words and stuff.
Yes, you did. I read the words. I read the words.
Yeah.
Real words.
Yeah. And but I just was experimenting because like I do everything for myself, record everything myself, get a little help. Unless I'm shooting a real music video. For the most part, I'm doing everything myself, finding my shows, my features, my studio time, whatever, networking, marketing,
doing all that. So your dream production is Alchemist, and you almost met him, but he was down the street and you were not paying attention.
I'm not a real rapper if I was a real rapper, I should have ran and met him. Run. But the Chicago in me was like, man across Michigan. It's a lot of people right there. He walking through the crowd. Yeah. And nobody really knows it's him, but I know it's him because he got this big ass jacket on. Yeah. Trench coat. He got he's purple hat, purple pants, walking fast. It's fucking Alchemist. And I'm in line waiting to get in the show too. So I'm like,
damn, now I gotta get out of line, then I gotta run, and I might not make it. That's my thought process.
20 years me, I would have ran after.
Yeah,
30s.
It gets to a point where our bodies saying that you can't.
It wasn't meant to be, but it should have been meant to be. If I really want this shit, I'm gonna be real. If you see your opportunity, go do that shit, because I might not ever see that man again. Just being real. And that might have been my chance. But I'm gonna, bet on myself and hope it work out.
Yeah. You did a Tiny Desk submission. You did Grind. So, what happened with the submission? Nothing? We don't know?
I just been getting emails to this day about different people they done picked opportunities for. I ain't heard nothing about me specifically.
Damn, what the hell?
Yeah, they just saw, just sending emails about different people. So I think they already had who they had or whatever. But if I would have known, I rushed it too fast. I did mine while I was at work.
Okay.
I did mine like the second or third day they announced they were taking submissions and shit. People was booking their venues so you can come shoot a live one. And I'm like, fuck. I already done did mine.
Yeah.
On my computer at work. I'm like, I could have had a way more professional, intimate looking one. And I was like, damn. But now I know if they do it in the future, I'm gonna try to do something like that.
Yeah. Do you know who you're gonna book with, or like who you're gonna?
I want to do. Don't steal my idea.
Oh.
Once I get the songs and the set that I want to do with live in the living room with Eric Crawford, I want to have a band and do my own tiny desk type. You know.
That would be really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Cause I asked him like, has anybody had asked to have a band on your? No, not yet. So I'm gonna try to do it before somebody do it.
Yeah.
But I can't take my time.
No. Maybe just have it ready.
Yeah, no,
and then,
for sure.
Like do it and then just have it ready, and then when they say it, and then you're just boom, here it is.
No, for sure.
So at April 10th of 2022, you said the little victories gonna lead to the grand prize. What is the grand prize for you? And what do you consider little victories?
Little victories is like to not having the opportunity to perform. You know, your peers reach out to you for shows, and you know, you get emails. Some people don't get emails. You know, people reach out to you. You know, just little things to make you feel good. Somebody tag you in a post, like somebody else seeing an opportunity and sending it to you, or tagging you in it, or you know, just little stuff like that, leading to like opportunities to do these big shows where you have to get booked specifically for what you got going on. You know, not just for favoritism, because you know somebody, that thing. Like, you know that you worked hard, you put in the grind, and now it's paying off. You getting bigger clients, bigger shows, bigger opportunities. But it wouldn't get there without the little victories first. You know?
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
They all add up.
Yeah, they do. So we've made it to the end.
Shout out to Keith Company.
Keith Collection.
The Keith Collection. I'm sorry.
So this is the point where my rapper friends spit a little freestyle. So I hope you got something.
We might have a few bars with acapella.
Yeah, acapella. There's no rules. You do as little or as long as you want to go.
Let me see. Alarms ringing, reminder to start the day. Private like Cranbrooks to publicize on a daily basis. Heads ready to strip dance for loose change or loose squares like workplace. Super Bowl wager. Notice the object of the game is to stack like Jenga. If it get pulled from under me, but I won't hesitate to lift a finger. You like going against Stinger. I'm just like a stinger. Couple hits, then I'm cool like cocaine. Sticky sitchy for dough. I'm your mama on pound cake. Original style, check the soundscape. Might change jurisdiction. Might break jurisdiction when I pull up with paper plates. See, you put me on the spot.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah.
Just a little taste, just a little something for the people. It doesn't have to be anything too serious. So here's your thank you card. Thank you so much for coming on Couch.
Thank you so much.
There's some more goodies in there.
She just got gifts and gifts.
That's just what I like to treat my guests like guests.
Oh man.
So thank you to all of my sponsors, the lot for providing the media space and equipment. Could not do this without you. The Keith Collection for the goodies that we've been partaking in during the interview, whether you saw it or not, we have been partaking. AG Designs for graphics, animations, crochet, and the ambience beats for all of the beats that Melly Starz uses. And let them know where to follow you.
Follow me everywhere at DSO_NYCE. You can just type in DSO space NYCE. I should pop up everywhere. You shouldn't have to put the apostrophe. I done heard that about my name. It's too difficult. Just type in D so nice.
Yeah,
it'll pop up.
You don't need the apostrophe. It should show up. Trust me, I know. Up. I did a lot of research. So that's it for us. Remember to tune in next week because you never know who's going to show up to the couch. Maybe even Pikachu.